What's going on, people? We are back again. We are Tottenham TV. Chew, fucking chew. Thomas Frank and another result rolls on. Back with Stell to have our instant match reaction before we bring you guys on to have your say as Spurs comfortably win 3-0 at home to Slavia Prague. Stell, professional performance.
Yeah, got the job done. Fully expected us to win handsomely tonight. Clean sheet. As predicted, we spoke before the game. I think I said 4-0. Should have been 4-0. Yeah, I mean, we're at home. I expect us to be the favourites. Slavia Prague haven't won a game in the Champions League. I think they're fourth from the bottom of the group. It was an easy night for us tonight, and we did the job. Yeah, professional, yeah.
Well, as we say that, let's go through the stats full time. What were the stats saying still?
We had 53% possession, they had 47%. Our XG, 2.56, which is really good. Theirs was 1. Shots, we had 16, they had 12. We had 10 on target, they had 5 on target. Their goalie had more saves to make. Aerial duels was even. Fouls committed even. Corners, we had 8, they only had 3. So, attacking-wise, Spurs, stats-wise, were the better team. And in terms of passing, yeah, we had more passes, more accuracy, more forward passes, more long balls. Everything, stats-wise, points to a Spurs win.
So from what it was very, very even in the first half, we were a lot more commanding in the second half. And we'll just say we've had a new member join the We Are Tottenham TV family. So, Joey boy, welcome to Silver. Welcome to the We Are Tottenham TV family. So, first half, Spurs take the lead. We could have scored very, very early with Richarlison, couldn't they? But went straight to the goalkeeper. Took a bit of time to get the goal, didn't it? But then through a set piece, as you said, what the defender was doing, I don't know. A good flick on for Romero. And then their defender just heads it in, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, lucky first goal, but you take it. A goal's a goal. Slavia Prague had chances to equalise. I think if it was a draw at half-time, it would have been fair. Second half, Spurs were the more dominant team by far. Yeah, we went up a gear, and Slavia Prague, they still had the odd chance here and there, but we were the team in control of that second half. I think the first half was more 50-50. Second half, Spurs were the better team.
Yeah, but you know what? Both goalkeepers in that first half had a fair bit to do, didn't they? I mean, you were saying you were quite impressed. I was as well with the Slavia Prague goalkeeper, but Vicario had to make quite a few vital saves in the first half.
Yeah, most of them were from distance, so you'd expect him to save them. Wasn't really troubled in front of goal, but coming out, he was pretty decent as well. I think there's one he flapped at, but overall, he caught the ball on most occasions. Distribution was good.
Yep.
There was one ball he played that wasn't great, but overall, it was Vicario done well tonight. The whole team done well, to be fair. There's one or two players I thought didn't do as well, but
so who would they be?
For me, I thought Richie was average.
Okay.
And the other one, well, I don't think he was bad, but a lot of people said he was bad, and that was Porro. I thought Porro did all right.
I agree.
But a lot of people in the chat were saying Porro wasn't good tonight.
I agree. I will say to the people that joined us for the chat, we really enjoyed doing the watch log and making it interactive with all your input. But let's get on to the second half. Spurs come out fighting straight away, get an early penalty. It was pretty much game over, and it was Porro, wasn't it? Getting a good cross in, but there was a wild challenge on him, and he went tumbling down to the advertising boards. But obviously it was a blatant penalty, wasn't it?
I mean, the build-up to the goal was good as well.
Yep.
Yeah, blatant penalties, chopped him, completely wiped him out. Both penalties were blatant. Even the one on Xavi Simons, the second penalty, he got wiped out. So, yeah, when you attack, you create problems, and when you create problems, you force mistakes. When mistakes happen, that's how goals are scored. So you've got to be attacking to force the errors, and that's what we did tonight. We attacked and we forced the errors.
And then Moku just put the penalty away lovely, didn't he? Just right down the middle.
Yep.
Surely he went off. It was good to see him get a bit of a rest, but then I have to say, for the third goal, I loved the build-up play again.
Yeah.
Spurs play some lovely football. Ball into Mawani, who touches it down to Xavi Simons, who we'll come on to in a minute. Easily earns the penalty, got away from his man, and then he tucked away the penalty just. Keeper got hold of him. It was, again, more... Spurs are attacking a lot with a lot more intent now, aren't they?
The last two games, we've been much better on the attacking front. The fullbacks have been more involved. Not having the double pivot in front of the back four is better. Simons playing, starting, You know, something I've been calling for a while. I've never understood why he's been benched, but the last 2 games he's played, and he's played well. So hopefully this is the formula we go with in more games. Not necessarily every game, because certain games we can't be like this because teams will pick us off. But more games than not, we should be more attacking. So, yeah, two good attacking performances back to back.
And I will say with that, I've completely forgot to say with the build-up, it was great play by Bergvall, wasn't it? Someone that you were saying the difference with Sarr, Bergvall driving forward. Bergvall only just coming. It was a great play for him to find one. He had an impact immediately, didn't he?
Look at the goal we scored against Fulham, where Bergvall, one touch, dinks it into Kudus' pass. The thing with Bergvall, and I think a lot of fans might not notice it, he's a more positive passer of the ball, whereas Pape Sarr looks for safety.
Yep.
That's why when we were talking during the match, I was saying I'd like to see Paulinho, Bergvall, Simmons. I think that's the midfield 3 that would work best for us. Not every game, but in quite a few games, because I just think Bergvall is a more positive player in that role in terms of he looks for that forward pass. There was a moment where Pape Sarr was running with the ball, but while he's made the run, and it's just play it to him.
Yep.
And he goes sideways, and you're thinking, why would you do that? Whereas Bergvall would have played that pass. So, yeah, look, I like Bergvall. I like him as a football player. And I like the way his brain thinks as a football player as well. I'm a big fan of Bergvall's, and I hope he keeps progressing, because there's a lot more to come from him. You know, he's doing well, but there's a lot more to come from him.
And we just got a couple of super chats. We'll quickly bring them up. So the first one is from Michael Hellman. Big up to you, Michael. Great supporter of all the channels. Great 3 points. We were not great. Slavia were that poor. Onwards we go. I mean, I think Slavia are a lot better than you and I thought they would be originally, especially in that first half. Most important thing, 3 goals, clean sheet. And sometimes you've got to win without being at your best. And obviously Brentford, we were at our best, or a lot more ruthless than we were today in mind of play, not goals.
Yeah.
But the change in the system in the last couple of games is starting to bear fruit, isn't it?
Brian, I've been saying for months, right? And I'll say it again tonight. I really don't care what any fan thinks. Have felt that Frank has been doing a bad job. And the reason I've been saying it, he has. He's not been doing a good job. And the reason I've been saying it is because he's been too cautious and too pragmatic, and he plays not to lose. And I've been saying for ages, you don't need to play with 2 defensive mid in front of a back 4 all the time. Let the fullbacks be more progressive, and you've got to start Simmons. It doesn't make sense that we're not starting him. Since he's been doing those things, we look a different team.
Yep.
And it's shut up a lot of fans that have been going around saying these players aren't good enough, this squad's rubbish. It's not. It's a decent enough squad to challenge for top 6. I don't think we're good enough for top 4. I don't. I don't think we're good enough to win major honours just yet.
FA Cup.
We can go on a run. But to be top 6, I believe this squad, when they're set up correctly by the manager and they're more attacking, I believe we can get top 6, and they're not a bunch of crap players. Do we need to make major changes to try and win the league? Yeah, we do. We do. Obviously, we do. Look at Arsenal. That's what you've got to aspire to, because they're top of the league. Do we need to make major changes to get to a Champions League final? Yeah. But for top 6... we have not been performing well enough. Frank, has he now turned the corner and decided he's going to go down this route? Let's wait and see. Let's see how we go the next 3-4 games. If we stick to playing like this, like I said to you earlier, I can get on board with it. Mm-hmm. I can totally say, do you know what? I'm liking the manager. I'm liking the style. But for 3 months, I've just been very frustrated with it, Brian. And I don't like when fans just blame the players all the time, when I know the players can do, they're better than what we're seeing. That doesn't mean we've got a great squad, but we're I think, like, where would you say we are in terms of a league position type squad? I think 6th is where we belong with this squad.
I could go, but
better, lower.
Well, put it this way: before we even appointed Frank, before we even sacked Ange, I said next season I could see us getting top 8, get out the Champions League group stages, whether it be by top 8 or playoff, and as always, like I'll always say, get the FA Cup back at Spurs. And then when Frank came in, I was like, okay, I'll stand by it. Then when Kudus, Paulinho and others came in, I did go top 6. I was top 6. Obviously, even for me, and people will know I am Thomas Frank's number 1 supporter. You never would have get. You never.
No way.
Just in case people hadn't cracked it.
No, it's not true. I can't believe it.
Is my cover blown? Is my cover blown?
Show off your T-shirt again.
Woohoo! Thomas Frank. There you go. Choo choo. Right, let's get this back on track. I was getting frustrated with what he did, but I could kind of understand what he was trying to do. But I did want to see more from him. These last after the Fulham game, Brentford game, I said this is the football he wants to play, and I kept saying beforehand the midfield three was a big issue that he hadn't got the right combination. It looks like he's finding the right combinations now, and this is how I believe he wants to play. And now he needs to keep at it. Like we want to see it against Forest, want to see it against Liverpool. Liverpool will be a huge test if he goes to Liverpool. Sorry, we play Liverpool, and he plays with the one, whether it be Bentancur or Paulinho, and doesn't go back to a Paulinho and Bentancur, then I think we've got every chance to beat Liverpool. I expect...
So I've got a little caveat, right?
Go on.
I think against certain teams, we should be more defensive. Not defensive like Arsenal defensive, where we don't attack at all, right? But I think against certain teams, we should be more defensive. But I would say if you've got 20 teams in the league, I could pick 4 or 5 games where I think we should be defensive and play counter-attack.
Liverpool at home, do you reckon we should do it? Bearing in mind what Liverpool are currently...
Right now, Liverpool there for the taking, so I would go for it.
Yeah.
I would take the risk and go for it. But the Liverpool that we used to know, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's...
So Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, the old Liverpool, and maybe Newcastle, I would say play pragmatic.
At home we're talking about, yeah?
Home or away.
Okay.
I would say be pragmatic, but with an emphasis on quick transition.
Mm-hmm.
The rest, just go for them. Just go for them. And even if you lose, at least you lost knowing you tried to win the game.
Agreed.
And I think we will win a lot more games than not. But I don't want us just to be attacking every single week, because I don't think we're good enough for that every week.
There we go. So let's get the other super chat, and then we'll have a quick wrap up of tonight, and then we'll start bringing on you, the fans that want to come and have your say. So it's from Lowell SQ7 hour. Great performance. Tell really did superb the time he's got. Need to support him because to become something great on our left wing. Up Stel and Brian. So big up, I think you meant to say. Thank you for the super chat.
Big up to you as well.
I think Tell did do well when he came on. I really think he did do well. He had that chance where he had the little dancing feet and that shot he came out to Sarr. I think playing on the left, he did do some bits and pieces. What do you reckon?
It's hard to tell when you play a team like Slavia Prague, right? Because do you remember when we beat Copenhagen like 3-4-0?
Yep.
And then the games after that were just shambolic.
Yep.
This is what I mean about we just got to be a little bit, keep your feet on the ground when we play these weaker teams like the Doncasters, when we beat them 3-0, Copenhagen, this lot. I expect us to batter these teams. The test will be, right, you got a tricky game away at Forest next away. What do Spurs do in that game? And this has been the story all season. What do you do in that next game? That's where we can begin to judge. If Tell comes on in that game, gets a goal, gets an assist, then we can talk about it. But it's hard to judge anyone on a game like tonight because look who we're playing against. But we got the job done, and that was the main thing. Look, tonight wasn't about performance. It was about getting. Tonight we just needed to get a win. So at least now, with 2 games to go in the Champions League, we're in the hunt to try and get automatic qualification.
What I have loved in the second half of both Brentford and this game, we've still created. I mean, what was the first half XG was 0.7 or 0, and then the second half it's gone up to 2.
It went from 0.5 first half to 2.56.
Exactly. So what I have loved in the second half,
massive jump.
I don't know if yourself and obviously the people watching have seen it, is we've played slightly different to how we have in the first half, but we've been high pressing, counter attacking. And yes, we weren't creating as many chances or taking as many chances as Brentford. Obviously, we got the 2 penalties this game.
Yeah.
We've been a bigger threat in the second half, playing the counter-attacking high press football than we have in the second. So
I think. Okay, so with the second half, you're better off looking at the number of shots and shots on target and successful forward passes, because that went up.
Yep.
Look at that more than XG, and the reason I say that is because penalties, the XG goes super high.
Of course.
So it's a bit misleading. That's the thing with penalties. It just blows the XG through the roof.
It's true.
So if you, which actually backs up what you were saying earlier when you said you hate XG. When it comes to penalties, the XG does give you misleading information. But if you look at the amount of shots we took second half, shots on target, corners won, forward passes, that all went up.
Yep.
So that says, hold on, they're attacking more.
Yep.
So other stats show that we were better attacking wise second half. And we were. Second half, we were more. Do you know what? I thought we were attacking just as much in the first half. I just thought we were better at it.
In the second half.
Yeah, we were better at it.
I mean, when you get to see a Ben Davies corner in the second half, you know things are good at.
What a corner!
Mate, you took 2 of them.
What a corner!
You took 2 of them.
It was so good.
Ben Davies on the set pieces, people. But listen, who would you say was your man of the match? And people in the chat, who's your man of the match? And then we'll start getting people on.
Probably Richarlison. He was rubbish, man. No, I'll tell you who. Defenders, probably no one really stood up for me defensive-wise. I thought Spence had a really good game.
All right, so you go Spence.
I thought Spence had a good game, but I'm going to give it to...
There's a few people saying Kudus earlier. A few people saying Kudus now. But someone has mentioned who I think it went to. My brother Kamala. I think Xavi had another great performance.
I was thinking Xavi, you know.
I think Xavi's got 2 man of the matches back to back. I think he's growing in stature. He's dictating the play.
He won a penalty. He scored a penalty.
Yep.
He was yeah, go on, Xavi.
Let's go, Xavi. Right.
Go, Xavi.
Mine and Stell's time is over. It's now going to be over to you guys. We're going to start.